Alright guys, so many of my videos lately are nothing more than reminders to myself about why I'm doing what I'm doing when I'm working around on the floor. And I think that it's so easy to get caught up in these patterns and think, ooh, thread the needle there, that these are the end game. All these movements are so great. We forget that why we do them in the first place. And yeah, some of it is to build movement IQ and get stronger, develop stability, build your core, body awareness. But one of the things that I'm constantly reminded of lately is that all these movements are secondary to standing up and performing on your feet. So the next time that you're working through a bodyweight flow, try and remind yourself that whatever position you're in, whatever low disadvantaged position you're in, the goal isn't to be a master of movement down here. Sure, it's great, build it, get strong, it's great for your joints, but be able to get back up and perform on your feet. That's where performance happens. Humans are bipedal creatures. So all of this crawling, all of this locomotion, don't think of it as the end game. Think of it as a segue between you being on your feet in one moment, you being on the ground the next moment, and knowing what to do on the ground, and being movement efficient and proficient on the ground, but then getting back to your feet where life happens. And I think that one thing that a lot of you are going to find is that when you're doing these long duration flows and you're caught up in the flow and you're loving how it's feeling and you're working through a bunch of reaches and bends and twists and pass-throughs, stand up periodically throughout those flows and do it just at a split second when you think of it, and do it frequently. Stand up out of those flows, get into beast, be halfway through a rep and stand up, because life happens on your feet. And one of the things that employing that concept will do for a lot of your locomotion, crawling, ground-based flow is it will heighten your readiness and your awareness. It'll reduce how saggy we can get when we're in some of these range of motion with your joints. Sometimes we just sit down into these positions and we say, oh yeah, I got into that position. But when you're truly gonna stand up, you've gotta be ready. And it's gonna improve your performance. It's gonna improve your exercise technique. And we talk about being human strong and human functional. There's nothing more functional than improving your ability to get off the ground, especially as you age in life. And I'm not calling out the older population, but your ability to get off the floor when you find yourself on the floor, and maybe even doing it in a quick manner, could save your life. It can improve your quality of life, and it's just an essential action in human motion that we've got to keep in our mind as we're working through all of this ground-based movement and we're enjoying some of these different flows. So what is the message here? The message is stand up. Don't forget to stand up.